out, so it's going to be rather quick. Plus, there's not too many games this weekend with the holiday. So let's just hop into this spreadsheet, which is where we're going to be living right now. So, in the CFL this last week, we both went 2-2 in our picks. Winnipeg beat Edmonton. Zach Collaros was the leading passer for the game, 300 yards, so good game out of him. They continue their undefeated season. Hamilton beat a shorthanded Montreal. They played with their backup quarterback, so if you're looking for how that game had that outcome, that is the reason why. Bo Levi Mitchell, 250 foul. They led all three categories. Saskatchewan handled BC, with them also playing with their backup. Jeremiah Masoli did lead the game in passing, though, but Oleta leading with over 100 rushing yards. Big game there. I think I put it passing yards instead of the rushing yards there. That's my bad. In Toronto, Ottawa. Toronto got the win without Chad Kelly. Nick Arbuckle beat the Red Black 269 for his passing. I think I put Crumb's passing instead of his rushing. Devarius Daniels, leading receiver there. So Montreal still easily ahead in the East because everybody else only had one win. And in the West, you still have the two undefeated teams in Saskatchewan and Winnipeg. That being said, the crossover is now fixed. So 1-2-3, 1-2-3 on both sides for the playoffs right now. But once again, we're only 4 weeks in. So Winnipeg, Calgary, I will Winnipeg, Hamilton, Toronto. I'm still gonna go Toronto, even without BC, Montreal. Hopefully, David Alexander is back. Ottawa, Edmonton. Not a toilet bowl. I guess I will go here. Arbuckle leading the league in passing. Not great touchdown interception rate, but 72% completion percentage, not your quarterback rating. Yeah. Over in rushing, Oleta still leading the league in rushing. He's got about 80 yards lead over everybody else, and close to being over in the passing. Keon Hatcher still leading in the receiving. So we will hop over to the LFA. They were on a bye week between the semifinal for the regular season semifinals. So no update here. I still feel confident with those two picks. So we'll hop over to the ELF. Nordic Storm Helvetic Mercenaries game was postponed because the Mercenaries have too many injuries, so they got to get this game postponed. I don't think it's going to make a difference because I'm pretty sure Nordic is going to field it regardless. Madrid absolutely smoked Hamburg. Repeated with almost 350 yards. Panthers beating Throners. Rocket Omen did come back for the Throners though, so he put up a good game. That's probably why that game's a little bit closer than someone might have expected, not paying attention. Paris absolutely smoked Cologne. This is a big upset in my eyes with Prague beating Frankfurt. Prague is really killing it this year. This is their fourth win of the season. They are 4-2. Big surprising because they only had 2 wins in their last 2 years combined in the ELF, so they've doubled their complete win total. They are killing it so far this season. Ryan absolutely smoked Berlin, who were playing without Jacob Sullivan, but it's not like that has really made a difference this year because they have been garbage in general. Stuttgart, Munich week there, 3-point game. Tennessee put almost 300 yards, but it wasn't enough to beat Russ Tabor and the Munich Ravens. And then Vienna Raiders, also a really good game. So we actually had 3 close games. The first time ever, maybe, there's actually been multiple competitive games. But Colby Perry for the Raiders almost had 400 yards. So he outgunned Ben Holmes, but did not put up enough points to get the win. So Munich Madrid, that's going to be a good game. I will go. What is their at the rest? 15, Madrid, 28. I think we both competitive teams still. I will go Munich, I guess. Prague, Vienna. I mean, I said this confidently that that Frankfurt was going to win last week, and I'm wrong, but I think I can be 100% confident that Vienna will be Prague. Rheinfire, Raiders. They Fire have played a lot better now, so I guess I will go with the Fire. You know, they are the 2-time defending champion, even if they did lose some high-end talent. Panthers, obviously, there. I'm going to go Stuttgart there. But with Stoneman, the opponents are a little bit better, but I don't think they're. And if Helvetica comes back, I think he'll kill them. The Reeson is still leading the league in passing, 200 yards over Sullivan, who didn't even play this last week. Jadrian Clark obviously didn't play this week either, which is usually postponed, so he's also killing it. Whitman, Keel, Lucas, Howells-Wanter are the only 2 guys above 500 yards in rushing. Then Aaron Krushank for Madrid is killing it. He has over half the total yard, over half the passing yards from Reed in it. So I guess having an ex-NFL guy is real beneficial. Malik Hanley, obviously former Cadillo. So we always like to see LFA guys moving on up. So Storm, Vienna, Paris, Munich are your division winners. The Seeds, Stuttgart, Fire are your wild cards right now. If the postseason started today, we'll hop over to the ILF, the IFL, which had a decent week. Couple good games. Fisher's Freight beating a short-handed Tulsa. Then we had that didn't play and stuff. So Quad City handling Massachusetts. Mackenzie Behar did put up a good game for the Pirates. The big news between one of those 2 teams with Massachusetts signed Talia Tagovailoa this past week. We will see if he gets in at any point this season. That being said, Massachusetts is known for flashy signings that never amount to anything. So we will see. Jacksonville Sharks obviously beat the Barnstormers. The Barnstormers are Garbo, but James Cahoon still putting up goody garbage time numbers there. So he led the game passing. Arizona did handle Green Bay from travel log. Max Miller did outpass Dalton Snead though, but Ron Brown for the Rattlers left the game in rushing and receiving. So good game out of him. Bay Area handled Northern Arizona. Roman Atkins did lead the game in passing, but Josh Jones led the game in rushing. And then over Vegas beat Tucson in a nail biter. But the Golden Knights, or I guess the Nighthawks, came away with the win. Our gag name caught me there. Jorge Renea for Tucson, looking at passing, going Bush, with Reynolds in rushing for receiving. Massachusetts will beat Iowa against Antonio. Then we got Battle of California team. Albany. Unfortunately, they didn't have the through week 15 stats for totals when I gathered my stats, so this is unchanged from last week. I believe 3 and 4 might have switched. Oh, I think 2 and 3 switched here, and 3. I think those are the only changes. But I don't think any of the. I don't think it's the same 8 teams that it had been. But yeah, so Quad City still leading in the East, but Jacksonville is actually past them in the SRS now, and the Bay Area with a pretty big lead over everybody SRS. But we'll see in the Battle of California teams. Hop over to the AF1, which just had their championship, the Arena Crown, where the Albany Firebirds finished the undefeated season with a 60-57 win over the Nashville Cats. This was a very good game, but Albany was pretty much ahead the whole time, so it was just Nashville keeping up. Kolka did almost throw 350 yards though, so he killed it. I think he had like 7 passing touchdowns. Casanova also had like 7 passing touchdowns. He also led the game in rushing. He won the MVP, and then surprisingly, Isaiah Scott was the Albany leading receiver as opposed to Dwayne Brown or Townsend. So that was kind of a surprise. But Albany coming away with the perfect season and an SRS 20 points higher than anybody else. Hop over to the Arena League. There were a couple surprises here. The Duluth Harbor Monsters absolutely smacked Iowa, so that was kind of a surprise for me. I thought that game would have been a lot closer, though I did believe in the Harbor Monsters. We also had the Wise Guys beating the Lunkers in a more close one, in a 9-point game. Jordan Ambrose with over 300 yards passing, and then I also had 100 yards on the ground, so he killed. And then Angelo Trujillo for St. Joseph. They're finally clawing their way back. 64-26 win over the Axemen. So they got to beat up on a bad opponent. 215 yards to the air. Booth Smith had half those receiving, so really locking in on one target. Only one game this 4th of July. I'm going to go to Booth. So Angelo Trujillo is leading league in passing by about 200 yards. He's also 28-5. He's also doing pretty good touchdown interception wise. Ambrose is 3rd in passing and also leading the league in rushing, but only by a couple yards. But he's kicking some butt. Same with Carlos Rogers, also keeping it pretty good on the ground as well through the air. Booth Smith is our leading receiver. It definitely helps with having a 100-yard game, as well as Aaron Dilworth hopping up with his 130-yard game this week. St. Joseph has moved their way into the top 4, so they are in the playoffs right now. Only one of the original 4, the Ozarks, are left out right now, but it is early and everybody is close. So, I mean, I guess it's not early. There's only 3 weeks left, but 4 weeks left, kind of goes upcoming week. But it's still mostly anybody's chance. We will hop over to our all-sport leagues, where Major League Rugby had their championship, and the New England Free Jacks completed the 3-peat, and then pretty much we all expected that Houston was going to choke, and they did. So the New England finishes the season with the highest SRS. Uh, I just seething that Chicago blew that 17-0 lead in the semifinals. This could have been our championship. Houndy McHound face could be holding the MLR Shield right now, but no, they had to blow it. So yeah. And then we will hop over to the Australian Football League. There was one change in the top 8 GWS and Gold Coast swaps. With that, for Adelaide, easily handled Carlton. Western played a very close game with Sydney, getting the 105-96 win. Sydney sort of remembered how to play football, but not enough to get the win. Collingwood handled West Coast. Gold Coast gets a 20-point win over Melbourne. Hawthorn absolutely smokes North Melbourne. Fremantle St Kilda play a low-scoring game, 81-69. Adelaide easily handled Richmond. I was perfect on the week in Aussie picks, so I will take my dub there. Western, I will go over Melbourne. I will go with my pies here. I will go GWS. I will go Brisbane Coast. Geelong, Hawthorn, Adelaide, because I can't pick the Demons. But a Fremantle people will find that 10-5, they will beat you. They will remember how to play football. Sydney. Okay. So, a couple, I guess they're swapped in the order too, because the Birds are no longer playing each other and the Cats are no longer playing each other in the top fours. But yeah, I'm happy with how the season is going right now as a diehard Magpie fan. You know, I will take that. So nice, quick 20-minute episode. I got nothing to chill except for I hope everybody has a happy 4th of July, and to anybody from Canada land, had a good Canada Day